Okay, on this next activity, we're looking at forces that change Earth's surface, and some of these forces, the forces we're going to talk about are weathering, eroding, and erosion. To begin this activity, I get a piece of sandstone. I give each student a piece of sandstone. They have to weigh it and record their data. And then they are going to use friction, an abrasive substance, to help weather their stone, their sandstone, to break it down to smaller pieces. They can use water, they can use ice, they can use wind, and we're going to see what happens. And the job of the students is to weather. And as they're doing this, they can see how maybe arches and bridges may have been made over millions of years. And also what I like for the kids to realize that for Mother Nature just to be wind blowing on a rock, or rain falling on a rock, or someone walking on a rock, or an animal running across a rock, to make these significant changes would take millions of years. And so what we would do in this activity is we would have the kids go through and cause weathering and eroding of rock. And then we would keep track of the time on a timer. And the students would have to keep track of the time and add their times together to see how long it took for that rock to actually weather and erode down into brand new soil. Now, to make this harder for the kids, I come by and I'll feel their soil and I'll say, well, there's still a piece that hasn't weathered. I like for them to weather that completely down so they have brand new sand. And at the end of this activity, we'll put all of our sand together. They'll reweigh it on the scale, and then they'll see how much was lost to erosion. So as this is going on, you could have a fan blowing. You could come by and you could pretend you're a rain cloud and drop some rain on their sand, and I do that with squirt bottles and whatnot. Put a piece of ice in their new soil, let it melt, and the job is at the end of the class to see how much of that rock still exists here on the table, and how much did we lose to erosion. And so this is a fun activity. The kids enjoy it, and they really work hard at this one to get some really good soil. And it also explains to the kids why our soil looks the way it does. It's based on the rocks that we have here. Okay.